Hello, I'd like to show everyone this chart. This chart in the middle is the chart of Canada. This chart on the outside of it is Justin Trudeau. And this is the transits where the planets will be for the throne speech on December 4th, 2019. So what does this chart tell us? One thing it tells us is this is the 10th house, and this is the 10th house of Parliament and the government. This is the most prominent powerhouse in Canada's chart. And if you know anything about astrology, you will also know that Capricorn normally rules the 10th house. So that being said, this is definitely the powerhouse. Now, the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn, and Saturn is here as well, which tells you that Parliament definitely lays down the boundaries and the guidelines that Canadians are going to have to live within right now. Now, the other planet that's here is Pluto, and Pluto rules the 8th house, and the 8th house is the money house from the provinces. The partnership, the partners are the 7th house, and their money and resources are the 8th house. So the 8th house ruler is Pluto, and it's in the 10th house. This only happens every 35 years, and it doesn't land in the 10th house every 35 years. So the odds of this happening are pretty great. Now the other thing that's happening is Canada's money or resources are ruled by the 2nd house, which is Taurus, and the ruler of Taurus is Venus. So this is the controversy that we're having right now with resources in relation to transfer payments. Now there's one other thing. Uranus is in the 1st house, and this rules separation. And the 1st house and the ascendant are the way people, meaning the Canadian voters, view Canada and their parliament. So, that being said, there's also an interesting point as to how did Justin Trudeau win this election? Well, the middle chart is Justin Trudeau. And the strongest aspect a person can have is to have their 10th house, their sun, on the 10th house cusp. And that's exactly what he has. And the other strong aspect that you need is to have your moon on the ascendant. And this gives you communication with the public. Your ascendant is the way the public sees you. So this, to actually get these two things to happen, it would seem to me that you would literally have to induce labor. The odds are just too great. It's almost impossible to get this to happen. That being said, his chart is not the greatest chart in the world, but when you compare it to Canada's chart, it's totally set up to be a prime minister. So I may do some more in-depth charts about these other things, but I just wanted to get this out there.